Sexy slave to VIPs? Related kaya ito sa misteryosong pagkawala ni JOVELYN Galleno? Naging sensation na itong kaso ni JOVELYN Galleno, hindi lang sa Palawan kundi buong bansa at kalat na rin ito sa buong mundo. Marami na ring haka-haka ang lumabas na posibleng mangyari. Ganyan kainit na pinag-uusapan ang misteryosong pagkawala ng dalaga. Parang teleserye na kaabang-abang ang susunod na mangyayari. Dahil dito, may isang netizen ang nagbahagi ng kanyang tunay na karanasan sa pamilya. Ito ang pangyayari na may posibilidad na nangyari o nangyayari din kay JOVELYN Galleno. Bago ko ilahad ang kanyang salaysay, ay nais ko munang ibasa ang komento ng isa pang netizen. According to a report by the Department of Justice Interagency Council Against Trafficking, Palawan was among the most vulnerable provinces to human trafficking and sex exploitation. At narito ang salaysay ni Alvin Motos. Ma-share ko lang personal na nangyari sa amin nung bata ako sa Pilipinas. Back when we lived in Angono, Rizal, we had two maids and a driver. We had a very pretty and young maid, about 17, whom my mom hired, and she was a mestiza, light-skinned and very pretty facial features. She did her duties and was very personable to everyone around her, as well as to me and my sister. I was 8 years old and my sister was 5. After a half a year of service, she went with one of the senior maids to our weekly grocery shopping in the wet market located in Taytay, 20 minutes jeepney ride. The senior maid returned panicked, saying our young maid ran away. We contacted our family in Tarlac and they said they were going to try to get back to us if she does go back there. Time passed, about a year, and we got a call from our family saying she never came home and already alerted law enforcement. Fast forward, 3 years later, and one day after coming back from school, I went home to find our missing Yaya in our living room. Although she looked much older and haggard looking, I can tell it's her. Her story is as follows. She was shopping in the wet market when two men came on either side of her, and one pointed a sharp object on her side and said if she didn't follow him, he would stab her then and there. Scared, she complied and they took her to a van that was parked in the entrance of the wet market. Inside the van, her mouth and nose was covered with a napkin, which had a strong odor which knocked her out. When she awoke, she was on a ship going to an island and she did know about that. They disembarked and she saw hundreds of women and men with guns. She even saw some wearing police and soldier in uniforms. She became distraught while she was telling us her tale, but in summary, she and the other women served as a sexy slave to VIPs who came to the island by boat. She was able to escape by having them trust her and lure other women to this trap by going to malls and scouting young women. One day in EDSA, she found the opportunity to escape when their car broke down and the driver went out to fix it. My uncle and helper took her to a police station and she gave her testimony. She also said she was going back to her family in Tarlac. That was the last we hear from her. If this is true, then this could be what happened to this poor girl. I hope Mr. Tulfo can cut through the bullshit our police and government officials use to perpetrate the crime against our women and give these criminals what they deserve.